Chapter 731. The Cobra Strikes. It starts in the city of Dimmsdale. Kraboom. Massive explosions were breaking out all over the city, and we were finding and killing all the evil babysitters all over the city. In an alley, 2 evil babysitters were hiding in trash cans. The evil babysitters were part of an evil satanic cult called BRAT, which stands for Babysitters Raging Against Twerps. And if there's one thing we never tolerate, it's satanic cults. Evil babysitter number 1, are they out there? Evil babysitter number 2, no idea. One of us should go check. Lily kicked the 2 trash cans and they crashed onto the road. Lainey grabbed them with plant vines and slammed them into the street. Nico, you evil babysitters have failed this world. Me, and then some man. I punched a babysitter in the face and knocked out his teeth. Chester and AJ punched and kicked a girl in the face and bit her leg and tore out a huge chunk of her leg. Timmy fired a massive energy blast at the girl and killed her. Edsela, tail whips evil babysitters. Ed smash bad babysitters. Lynn headbutt a girl and smashed her skull open, killing her. Let us help you all out. We turned and we got a surprise shock. We were being helped out by the famous members of the United States Military Elite Organization, G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, Yo Joe. G.I. Joe is the code name of an elite covert special mission unit operating under the control of the United States military in the fictional G.I. Joe universe. One in the 1960s and 1970s, a toy military adventure character based on General Joseph Colton was available. From 1982, the name G.I. Joe referred to the team, also known as the Joe Team or the Joes. The G.I. Joe team was introduced as the G.I. Joe, a real American hero toy line by Hasbro. Later, the Marvel G.I. Joe, a real American hero comic books, and the G.I. Joe, a real American hero television cartoons were released. The team's battle cry is Yo Joe. Me, oh wow. G.I. Joe. Nico, oh awesome. You guys are one of my favorites. I love you guys. Duke, it's an honor to meet you all. Team Loud Phoenix Storm. I'm Duke, the leader of G.I. Joe. My real name is Conrad Hauser. Ripcord, I'm Ripcord. Ace Fighter Pilot. My real name is Wallace Weems. Tunnel Rat, I'm Tunnel Rat. Demolitions Expert. My real name is Nikki Lee. Roadblock, I'm Roadblock. Second in command. My real name is Marvin. Snake Eyes, I'm Snake Eyes, Ninja Specialist. Scarlet, and I'm Scarlet. Intelligence Reconnaissance Officer. Me, it's truly an honor to meet all of you. Lincoln, you guys are so awesome. Lana, I love all your comics and they are so cool. Duke, I'm glad we all have some fans. Let's help with these freaks. Me, thanks Duke. Let's get these clods. We resumed our fight with BRAT and we continued killing them. Duke punched an evil babysitter in the face and Scarlet kicked and punched a bunch of evil babysitters all at once. Roadblock punched and blasted a bunch of evil babysitters and killed them. Tunnel Rat threw a bunch of explosives and blew the evil babysitters to pieces. Evil babysitter number 1, I hate you twerps so much. As his aura flares up, Snake Eyes grabs a car and throws it at some of the babysitters, killing them. Duke, nice throw, Snake Eyes. I knew training would pay off. Snake Eyes, actually, it seemed that I only got that strong when that babysitter expressed hatred of us. Me, it's one of our most prominent powers. Snake Eyes. We absorb negative energy from hatred and negative emotions and it makes us far more powerful. Duke, it's amazing. Scarlet, this is awesome. Me, and you evil babysitters are all finished. It's combo time guys. Cerebros, activate combo attack sequence Delta. Cerebros, acknowledged and accepted. Cyber key power. The universal cyber planet key went into his arm and out came powerful laser blasters. Storm, Time for some action. Earth Cyber Key Power. The Earth Cyber Planet Key went into Storm's arm device and her weather powers were enhanced 100-fold, turning her into a powerful super hurricane. Cerebros and Storm. Hypercane Laser Maelstrom. Storm fired a massive hurricane with winds of over 500 miles per hour and Cerebros fired a powerful barrage of laser blasts and they blew apart and shredded some of the evil babysitters into 1,000 pieces. Sideswipe. My turn. Cyber Key Power. The Velocitron Cyber Planet Key went into his back and it enhanced his blaster. Aquaman. Mega Man, let's get them. Earth Cyber Key Power. The Earth Cyber Planet Key went into Aquaman's arm and it enhanced his water balloon blaster. Sideswipe and Aquaman. Laser Maelstrom Mindstorm. Sideswipe fired laser blasts and Aquaman fired numerous water balloons and the lasers merged with them and they became powerful mines. They hit the evil babysitters and exploded all over the place. Poorman. Let's go Kirby. Echoing. Lightning Javelin. Poorman fired a massive blast of lightning. Kirby became Spark Kirby and fired a powerful blast of plasma energy. Kirby and Poorman. Super Lightning Death Strike. The blasts of lightning combined and they struck most of the evil babysitters and killed them by turning them into ash. Me. You evil babysitters are never welcome here in DIMM's Dale or any part of the world. You are nothing but monsters to all children in general. Final smash time. Snake Eyes. Let's get them. G.I. Joe/Tornado Shred. Snake Eyes took out his swords and spun rapidly in a super fast motion and he shredded the evil babysitters into 1,000,000 pieces, splattering their blood and guts all over the place. Caleb. Now it's my turn. Meridian Rebel Sword Slash. Caleb took out his sword and slashed the rest of the evil babysitters apart with his sword, killing them. Me. That takes care of that. Everyone in DIMM's Dale cheered wildly and everyone was hugging their children and apologizing to them for having the monster babysitters take care of their kids. They were such idiots. We brought an end to the terror of evil babysitting in DIMM's Dale. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Later we were shown the base of G.I. Joe under Staten Island in New York City. Duke, welcome to our base, guys. Hope you like it. Me. Oh wow. Nico. This is just like everything I've ever imagined. Lincoln. This is so awesome. Lana. I can't believe we're actually in the G.I. Joe headquarters. Me. I know. Ever since G.I. Joe came out in 1985 it's been a major league source of inspiration and mentoring for many kids and more. Duke. That's right JD. Me. It's truly an honor to be here. Duke, you all have saved the universe more than the number of times we saved the world from COBRA. Me. I know COBRA. They have been your most hunted target for years. Duke, that's right. Lola, what is COBRA? Me. It's an evil terrorist organization that wants to rule the world. They are an organization of militaristic terrorists. COBRA Commander is the leader and founder of the COBRA organization. He is the commander-in-chief of the COBRA armed forces and all operations his organization is involved with, and takes an avid part in planning and strategy. The Baroness, born Baroness Anastasia de COBRA, is COBRA's head of intelligence and espionage missions, second only to the COBRA commander. Dr. Mindbender is a mad scientist and former dentist. He is responsible for many breakthroughs for the COBRA organization, including the COBRA Bat, several mind control devices, and many different genetics experiments. Tomax and Zaymod are identical twins with an empathic link that allows them to feel each other's pain and gain the strength of each other. Because of this, they train the elite COBRA Crimson Guard, but are more respected for their skills in the boardroom than that of combat. Storm Shadow is a ninja of the Aras Haikich clan that specializes in assassinations, and is the personal bodyguard of COBRA Commander. Destro, or James McCullen Destro XXIV, is a weapons dealer for Mars, Military Armaments Research Syndicate, Industries, whose #1 client happens to be COBRA. Because of this, he is considered a member of the COBRA organization, as he is often allied with COBRA. Similarly, Zardan, a master of disguise hired gun, and his group, the Dreadnoks, often do missions for the COBRA organization, and it would appear that they have no real other clients. Major Sebastian Blood is a mercenary who works for COBRA with extensive military combat and serves as COBRA's head of infantry deployment and field command. The man only known as Firefly has little to no known background, other than being the world's greatest saboteur. He destroys not only quickly and effectively, but untraceably. He is completely loyal to the COBRA organization. Blackout was aspiring to become a part of G.I. Joe, but was denied access when he failed his psychology exam and was later determined a suspect in the disappearance of his sister. Because of this, he subsequently surrendered to and joined COBRA and now heads their sharpshooter corps. Scrap Iron is a COBRA specialist who leads a corps of troopers who specializes in anti-armor takedowns. These are the blue-shirted grunts with standard military equipment. They are led by COBRA officers that report to the Office of Infantry Deployment. The COBRA Viper is the slightly more upgraded version of the COBRA troops. They are equipped with superior armor and weaponry, as well as more extensive combat training. An elite corps of soldiers that serve as the end-all unit for the COBRA organization. They perform all kinds of high-importance missions, often posing as civilians or serving as the honor guard to the COBRA high staff. In addition to extensive military training, they are also required to have degrees in accounting or law, as they also maintain the legal and financial side of COBRA. The Python Patrol is a group that's members are handpicked by COBRA Commander. They are known for their revolutionary stealth coding technology, masking their suits and vehicles from most to all forms of military detection. Castle Destro is Destro's castle, aptly named, in Scotland, and serves as a military headquarters for both COBRA and Mars Industries. The COBRA Citadel, also known as the Silent Castle, is COBRA's base of operations in Eastern Europe, and is located in Transcarpathia. Created and primarily owned by Destro, the base is outfitted with many secret passageways, and perhaps most of all, through a massive series of gears, pulleys and levers, it can shift its appearance into an exact replica of Castle Destro. COBRA Island is the base of all COBRA operations. COBRA caused a massive earthquake to create this island. COBRA lawyers quickly seized it and declared it a sovereign nation. It was equipped with all things needed to run the entire organization. It was eventually taken by the UN when COBRA disappeared, but was quickly seized back from them when COBRA made its return. The COBRA Consulate is a large building in New York City that serves as the embassy to the US after COBRA Island became its own nation. Many floors were destroyed in a fight against G.I. Joe. Springfield, USA was where COBRA began and served as a base for covered missions. It was a poor place, but was made substantially wealthy by the foundation of COBRA. Broca Beach is a US town that COBRA eventually commandeered after the loss of Springfield. Helicarrier, also known as the COBRA airship, is a massive flying palace in the shape of the iconic COBRA emblem. When it was first brought into battle, it collided with G.I. Joe's air carrier and both sank into the sea. Another one was commissioned, but was brought down over Liberty Island in New York City. Millville was a poor steel-producing town that swayed to COBRA Commander when he promised them an economic future. They were then brainwashed. However, after a battle between Autobots and Decepticons, much of it was destroyed, forcing COBRA to pull out of the town. Monolith Base was another of COBRA's main bases. It was COBRA's main base, before COBRA Island, but it was taken by G.I. Joe. In order to keep the cash flowing and to hide certain aspects of its operations, COBRA manages to infiltrate the free market with a number of legitimate business fronts. Most of them are anagrams of the word COBRA. Neja Trading Corp has offices in both San Francisco and Rio Lindo in the Republic of Sierra Gordo. COBRA used it to smuggle MX missile guidance chips out of the country inside of video game fronts. Neja is Hindi for Cobra. Arbco is the largest and most prominent COBRA front. It started in Springfield, but grew to have offices in at least 10 major cities. It encompasses the Arbco Furniture Company, which held a secret testing lab within for a deadly plague toxin in Springfield, Vermont. Arbco Moving and Storage used trucks to transport his tanks covertly into Washington, D.C. for an attack on the U.S. Treasury. They were also used to transport sensitive spy equipment for reassigned undercover Crimson Guardsmen. COBRA Commander maintains a mobile office in an Arbco moving truck. And there's Arbco Brothers Circus, which was also a cover to transport his tanks and Fang copters around the country. Carbo Plumbing is a team of surveillance televipers that eavesdrop on a military inquest from a plumbing van outside the Pentagon. Robka Realty is an actual business that feeds COBRA's economy. Broca Brothers Carnival is an actual business that feeds COBRA's economy. Orbach was a moving company that smuggled COBRA troops that moved into the Safeco Field Stadium in Seattle using trucks with this name on their side, and Zartan used an Orbach truck as a mobile HQ once. Extensive Enterprises is a global company based out of the Twin Enterprise Towers in Enterprise City, existing primarily to serve COBRA's administrative needs with Tomax, Zaymot, and an army of Crimson Guardsmen as the corporation's upkeep. It is a massive, but legitimate company that is the main building force of COBRA's economy. Mars, or the Military Armaments Research Systems/Syndicate, is a legitimate weapons manufacturing firm headquartered in Callander, Scotland, which is run by James McCullen Destro XXIV. Me, G.I. Joe has been trying to kill all of COBRA for a long time. But the only way to make sure that they are gone for good or put out of operation once and for all is to kill COBRA Commander or all of the organization altogether. Duke, that's right, JD. Lori, wow. These guys are literally that dangerous. Me, they are Lori. Shockwave, before Megatron's death, one of his plans was to have an alliance with COBRA. Thundercracker, we actually weren't looking forward to working with COBRA though. Me, it's good you didn't work with them though. Nico, yet. Duke, I agree. But COBRA is a major threat to everyone we know and love. We need to take down their forces one at a time. Me, will gladly help out. Duke, thank you all. Here's the first operative of COBRA we need to take down. Duke showed us footage of COBRA's elite assassin, Thomas S. Aroshaikage aka Storm Shadow. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Thomas S. Aroshaikage was a member of the Aroshaikage ninja clan and nephew to the Hard Master. During the Vietnam War he was a soldier in the Long Range Recon Patrol, where he became friends with Lonzo Wilkinson, aka Stalker, and Snake Eyes, who was an enigma even then. After the war, when he had heard Snake Eyes' family had died in a car accident, Thomas invited Snake Eyes to join the Aroshaikage clan and start a new life. Unfortunately, tragedy struck again when the Hard Master was murdered by a COBRA agent using one of Thomas's arrows. Thomas fled Japan and joined COBRA under the code name Storm Shadow to find the killer and clear his name, becoming the organization's deadliest assassin and COBRA commander's bodyguard. Sideswipe, see Storm Shadow's footage. Our first COBRA opponent is that guy. Sunstreaker, don't worry, Sideswipe. I'll write your will for you. Me, wow. Storm Shadow's skills are incredible. Laney, he sure is a deadly martial artist and an excellent swordsman. Naruto, no kidding. He would sure be an excellent challenge for all of us shinobi. Me, he sure would, bro. Zoe, but he sounds incredibly dangerous. Me, where was Storm Shadow spotted? Duke, in Tokyo, Japan. Me, then we better get over there. Ready, guys? Everyone, ready. G.I. Joe, Yojo. We went to Tokyo, Japan. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. In Tokyo, Storm Shadow was walking down the street. Storm Shadow just bumped into a Chinese man named Tuong Lu Kim. Tuong Lu Kim, watch where you're going, you Japanese dog. Get stabbed through the chest. Storm Shadow, to Tuong Lu Kim's corpse next time, don't insult someone as dangerous as me. Now, I think I should grab some lunch. 25 minutes later, Storm Shadow finished his lunch. After his lunch, Storm Shadow was walking back to the COBRA base. Suddenly, he heard a sound. Storm Shadow, Smirks at the bad stealth attempt. You can come out now. Team Loud Phoenix Storm. I know you're there. We walk out of the shadows. Maria, you know we were coming. Storm Shadow, in your haste to punish me, you forgot one thing. You cannot surprise a skilled warrior like me. Me, Thomas Aras Hikage aka Storm Shadow. It's a pleasure to meet you. Storm Shadow, you too JD. Nudsin. Me, we were told a lot about you and how you are one of COBRA's deadliest agents. Shall we test those skills you have? Storm Shadow, yes. We unsheathed our swords. Me, only fools rush into battle. It's an easy way to get yourself killed. Storm Shadow, that is too true. Storm Shadow came at us and we engaged in a powerful sword fight. It was a brutal and incredibly powerful fight. Storm Shadow easily avoids Lincoln's lightning. Do you all even have a tactical plan to defeat me? When I go after my targets, I at least have a strategy to take them down. Bobby went at Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow avoids Bobby's punch. Brute force might have worked against other enemies, but not against me. Bobby, are you trying to fight us or tutor us? Storm Shadow smirks. Can I not do both? Me, you're very strategic and analytical and I can sense that you are very honorable. Storm Shadow, yes. It goes against my policy to kill females or any other person that is with honor. Me, that's a very good code. We embody the same code and only kill those that deserve it. There are villains in this universe that will never redeem themselves. Some will and some won't. Storm Shadow, to Storm, know that I do not take any pleasure in fighting you or your fellow females. But if I hold back on you all, Cobra Commander will not let me hear the end of it. Kere, Japanese accent, let's get him with our combo Xian. Xian, right. Kere unsheathed her katana and Xian had her keyblade ready. Kere and Xian, light sword storm slash. Kere and Xian were enveloped in auras of light and they slashed at him with the force of a powerful hurricane. But their attacks missed. Storm Shadow, your teamwork is very impressive. You have taught everyone well JD. Me, thanks. It takes a great teacher to bequeath a great students and a great team. Lenny charged and Storm Shadow disappeared. Storm Shadow got behind Lenny and pinches her neck, knocking her out. Storm Shadow, you all are not the only ones who can do the Vulcan nerve pinch. Me, you are very skilled Thomas. And you are also a man of pure honor. For that you have earned our respect. Usually when we're fighting a villain, they have no honor in them. And that is why we kill them or throw them in prison. But I have to ask. Why do you serve an evil organization like COBRA? Storm Shadow, because I want to find the man that murdered my family and make him pay. We gasped when we heard that. Me, Tommy, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Maria then got the drop in him and kicked his sword out of his hand. We walked up to him. Storm Shadow, I am not afraid of death, Knudsen. I will face my punishment with grace and honor. Maria, oh. We're going to kill you. But not in the way you'll expect. Me, no Tommy. We're not going to kill you. We're going to spare your life. The reason for that is because you have earned our respect and you are a man of honor. Nico, look, you can do great things while not being Cobra's lapdog. But I also know that you still have ill feelings towards Snake Eyes to join us right away. For now, we'll let you go so we can have a rematch in the future. Storm Shadow, very well. Oh, and don't worry about the Chinese man I killed. He was a racist idiot anyway. Nico, Thomas Tommy Aras Hikage, you have failed COBRA Industries. We laughed. Storm Shadow, that was a good one. Me, but we got to make this convincing for COBRA. I have an idea. I snapped my fingers and formed an artificial clone of Storm Shadow while the real Storm Shadow left. One day we would meet Storm Shadow again. He severed his ties to COBRA. I fired a powerful energy blast at the Storm Shadow clone and Cobra saw us kill the clone and obliterated it completely. Me, Cobra, I know you're watching this. I have a message for all of you. Team Loud Phoenix Storm and GI Joe are now working together. You better be ready for the fight of your lives when that time comes. You will pay for your crimes. Get ready, Cobra. We're coming for you. Cobra Commander was about to face the ultimate wrath of Team Loud Phoenix Storm in the future. He was enraged when he thought that we had killed Storm Shadow. Snake Eyes, to the viewers, these guys are amazing and awesome. Me, thanks Snake Eyes. Duke, you guys really live up to your name. I'm so happy that you convinced Storm Shadow. Me, thanks Duke. But the fight with Cobra has just begun and we need to be ready when they make their move. We later went back home and prepared for Cobra to make its next move. On the way back home, Nico caught a cast form and a melodic. It was so awesome meeting GI Joe. Later at the Moon Prison, me and Nico were visiting Icky Vicky in her prison cell once again. We told her that we killed every single one of her evil babysitter friends and she went completely ballistic. She hated us even more as a result. We see Storm Shadow walking down the streets of Odeba. Storm Shadow, narrating it felt good to sever my ties with Cobra. And I owe it all to Team Loud Phoenix Storm. Truth be told, when I parted on good terms with them, I no longer held a grudge against Snake Eyes. We then see Storm Shadow in an alleyway polishing his sword. Storm Shadow, narrating, but I feel it is not time for me to join the Redemption Squad. Not yet. I have to sharpen my skills first. And I feel that here in Odeba is the perfect spot. We then see Storm Shadow defending civilians from Stilled Man aka Wilbur Day. Storm Shadow, narrating, so while the Odeba DG destined help Team Loud Phoenix Storm fight Cobra and the Legion of Doom, I fight for the people. The weak. The innocent. Anyone who cannot protect themselves. When they cry out for a savior, I will answer. As for the criminals who threaten them, they need to know that their actions have consequences. That Storm Shadow is coming for them. Finally, we see Storm Shadow charging at Stilled Man with his sword. The end. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Another fanfiction complete. G.I. Joe is an awesome series from 1985. I wasn't born back then, but it is so awesome. I'm not too familiar with it, but Cobra is a wicked and extremely dangerous organization. Nico-chan got me into G.I. Joe and introduced me into the team. Thanks man, and thanks for the ideas as usual. You're gonna see us fight more of Cobra in the future. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time. G.I. Joe is owned by Hasbro and Donald Levine.